is a great way to earn some extra money, especially if you're doing craft fairs or you want to sell them online. What I've got here is quite a few little dog molds. I didn't realise I had so many. That's obviously because I'm a dog lover. Well, I'm an animal lover. I love all animals, really. I'd have a house full if I could. So what I'm going to do is show you a really simple way of making some extra money. If I had time, I could make probably about 30 of these and they'd all sell within a day. What I'm going to be using is resin-crete. So I'm going to measure out my resin-crete. And don't forget, you need to always measure your resin-crete out as 100 grams or the equivalent of 100 grams of resin-crete to 30 grams of water. I'm also going to give you another tip about how to sell these and make them more desirable, which I learned from one of my members, which is a great idea. We share so much on the members group on how each of us make money and how we go about displaying things at craft fairs and all that sort of thing. So if you'd like to become a member, then the link for that is in the description below. You too could benefit from all that knowledge and support. So we've got 400 grams of resin-crete there, and that means we need 120 of water. You don't have to use grams. It doesn't matter what you use as long as you stick to 130. Now we want to give that a really good mix up until it's lovely and smooth. There's no lumps and you've got a lovely smooth consistency in here. If you get lumps in it, then just push them to the side of whatever you're using to mix it in, and then you'll be fine. It will get rid of them all. Now, as you know, I like to work on a bit of board while I'm doing this so that I can move them about if I need to and give them a little bit of a shake to release any bubbles that may have got trapped. I think I should have got rid of all my lumps now. What I'm going to do is pour a little bit in to start with. And this is where all the detail is. And then give it a little bit of squidgy widgy. Make sure I've got it in everywhere. And then I can fill these molds up right to the top. Doesn't matter if you over pour because this sands so easily. And now all I'm going to do is quickly put some into this flat mold. I'm not going to fill it right up at the moment because this is a little bit more difficult to do a bit of squidgy widgy with. So I'm going to show you another way of helping to release any bubbles. So you just need to fill it up halfway like that, and then just pick it up and drop it lightly. Lighter than I did it to start with, and now you can fill it up. If you haven't got enough, it looks like I haven't mixed enough resin-crete up. All I've got to do now is mix a little bit up and pop that over the top of these, and then it will cure up lovely and you'll never see a join. And we can leave this to cure. Now I'm going to leave these to cure. You can demold this after normally about an hour and a half, but because I've got deep molds here, what I'm going to do is leave them to cure up overnight to make sure they're really cured, because it's much more difficult for the moisture to evaporate out of these within that time. So I just leave them overnight. So these should be cured enough now to be able to demold them. What I did do on this one and this one is stuck my fingers in them before they were cured. So there is some little dents in, but that isn't a problem. And these will just pop out. Ah, look at the little doggy. When you're demolding anything like this, just take your time and be a little bit more careful because you don't want to break them. But once they are fully cured after 2 or 3 days, or if you stick them in a curing box like I will these, then they're far harder. Listen. So we've got loads of these now, and I will make another 2 lots of these ready, and I'll tell you why in a second. And they're all very different. Now, when you're demolding these ones, release it going down first, and then you should be able to just pop them out. There we go. Look at that bug. He's so cute. I love that. And all of those have come out absolutely perfect, which is really, really important. That's what I do love about the resin-crete. I must have had something in the mold there, but that's not too much of a problem. Look at him, little fluffy one. Now I'm also going to make another 2 sets of these. And the reason is, normally I would do a set, say something like that, and I would then add a little pack of these to it, which is some paints and some brushes, and I get these, I'll link them in the description below, and I put them all in a little box as a paint your own kit. But what I'm going to do now, one of my members suggested this, is I'm going to have lots of these about as paint your own and let people build their own kits. So they'll automatically get a pack of these, and then they can, all these will be priced individually, so all these will be at £3 each. So if they only want a set of those, they can say, I want 3 of those, and a pack of those, and then so 3, 6, 9, that will go for £2. that's £11. Or if they want to have this larger one, which I'll do probably for, I think I'll probably charge 12 to £15 for this large one. They could have that one, and that one again. This will be charged up at £6, the smaller ones, and these medium-sized ones will be charged up at probably £10. I think £10 is a fair price for those. So they could have those, so then they could do a set like that. And that way, hopefully, people will buy more and your sales will increase. But it also gives them a choice as well of what there is they want to paint. Now, before I sell any of these now and do any of the kits, what I do first is I seal them, because it makes it so much easier for people to be able to paint them and get a real solid colour. And since now J Diction have brought out this gloss sealer, works so easy. So I seal them. I also give them a little pot of this sealer if they want to finish them off themselves, and I put it in. I've got quite a lot of these little pots, and I put it in to these, not obviously ones with powder in. I buy them, and it's really easy to seal. All you do is use the sponges that come with it, because that way you've got no brush marks on there. And I only seal them with one coat. I go over and give them a good sealing like this. I wouldn't normally seal them straight away after just one day. What I'll do is the rest of the, I just want to show you how I do this, but the rest of these I will pop in my curing box probably for 4 hours. That way they'll all be lovely and cured, fully dry, and then I'd seal them. But I just want to show you what I do, really. There we are. And that's sealed. And once that's sealed, then paint goes on them beautifully. This is a great way if you want to make some money. You can sell them online. You can sell them at craft fairs. If you want to do them as kits, then you could do them as kits. You could do two things like that in a kit. Do a pug kit if you wanted to, or a medium-sized kit. So you could play around with whatever you want. You can do this with lots of different molds as well. Well, I hope these ideas have really helped out. Thank you to my members for sharing all your great ideas and helping everybody else in the group. If you'd like to become a member, then the link to that is in the description below. Put that like button, hit that subscribe button, but most of all, enjoy your resin. Take care. Bye.